Hi, everybody. And today's Thursday, and I wanted to come on and do a little something a little different today. I'm not going to be going through slides like usual, um, because I wanted to just focus on this one concept, and I feel like this video and then the quick check that you're going to do um, is really going to help you out. So, today's lesson is all about line plots again. So, all week we've been learning about line plots, what they are, some vocabulary. We've learned about how to read line plots, and we learned how to make them yesterday. So, if you missed any of that or have no idea what I'm talking about, go back to the slides, go back to the mini lessons that I showed you. And it's really helpful if you come to class every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 o'clock because that is where you're going to learn most of the math. Okay. It's really hard for you to catch up if you are missing assignments. So that's why it's good if you come to class every other day to really get what we're doing because all of this is new learning. So, if you're not coming to class every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 o'clock, I would try to make it a goal to make it to class to help you understand this a little bit better. So, here we go using line plots to solve problems.
How can you use line plots to solve problems involving fractions? Think about this question during the lesson. Alma and Ben are filling water balloons. The line plots show the weights of their water balloons.
All right, so I'm going to pause here because there's a lot of information and there's a lot of questions here. But I kind of want to just stop and I want to talk about what these um, tables mean, what these line plots mean. Okay, so remember, a line plot is this number line right here with data or information. Okay, we have our numbers here at the bottom of our number line, and then because it's a line plot, we have the points. Okay, we have the dots or the points that make it a line plot. Okay, and what does this mean? Some of you may be asking. Well, this first table means weights of Alma's water balloons. And then the second table is weights of Ben's water balloons. So hopefully you guys have seen a water balloon before. It's a balloon filled with water, and people like to play with it outside to have fun and get wet. And when the water balloons pop, all the water comes out. And it's really fun. You can get really wet, but I enjoy them. So um, each water balloon can weigh a different amount. Like some can be bigger than others, some can be smaller than others. So that means that some of them have different weights. Some of them feel heavier and some of them feel lighter. Okay. So that's what that means. Okay. So this person, Alma, she made a lot of water balloons. Okay. She made 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Okay. These dots, these points represent how many water balloons Alma made. And then the numbers down below are the pounds. How heavy was each water balloon? Okay. You start from 1 pound and then the ending goes to 2 and 2/8. One is here because we always have to start our line plots at a whole number. Remember, lines start at 0, but it's not listed, and that's okay. So, um, there are no water balloons that weighed 1 pound, but there were two that weighed 1/8, three that weighed 1 and 2/8, five or four, 4 that weighed 1 and 3/8 pounds. Three water balloons weighed 1 and 4/8 pounds. Two water balloons weighed 1 and 5/8 pounds. Two water balloons weighed 1 and 6/8 pounds. One weighed 1 and 7/8 pounds. One weighed 2 pounds exactly. No water balloons weighed 2 and 1/8, and then only two weighed 2 and 2/8. Okay, so that's Alma's. Well, let's take a look at Ben. Okay, Ben made some water balloons as well. He made 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. He only made 15, and Alma made 20. Okay, so you can kind of maybe figure out who made more, who has more, and who has less. How many more, how many less. Okay, so think about that. Because that's going to be one of the questions. Ben only made 15, okay, so he made less than Alma. But as you can see, there were 1 and 4/8, 3 that weighed 1 and 5/8, 2 that weighed 1 and 6/8, 2 that weighed 1 and 7/8. There were 2 that weighed 2 pounds, and then 4 water balloons weighed 2 and 1/8 pounds. Okay, so I hope that makes a little bit more sense to you on what these mean. Now let's see if we can answer some questions.
Who filled more water balloons?
Well, that's easy, right? Alma made 20, Ben made 15. Alma was the one who filled more, okay, because she has more.
How many more? How much heavier was Alma's heaviest water balloon than Ben's heaviest water balloon?
You can find the information you need by reading the line plots.
How can you tell how many water balloons Alma and Ben each filled? You can count the number of dots on each line plot. Who filled more water balloons? How many more? Do you need all of the data on the line plots to answer? Explain.
All right. So, we have these two tables, and we know that Alma made more. She filled more because there's 20 and Ben has 15. Okay. So 15, 20 and 15. Okay. 5 more than 15 is 20. Okay. So 15 plus 5 is 20. So Alma made 5 more water balloons than Ben. Okay. That's how you would explain that.
Yes, you need to know the number of water balloons Alma and Ben each filled. Each dot in the line plots represents one water balloon. Alma filled 20 water balloons. Ben filled 15 water balloons. 20 minus 15 equals 5. Alma filled 5 more water balloons than Ben. How much heavier was Alma's heaviest water balloon than Ben's heaviest water balloon? Do you need all of the data on the line plots to answer? Explain.
So, when we're talking about the heaviest water balloon, we're talking about the water balloon that weighs the most. Okay. Um, so you would go all the way over here to your highest number. Okay. So for Alma, her heaviest water balloon weighed 2 and 2/8. Okay. And then for Ben, his heaviest water balloons weighed 2 and 1/8. Okay. So he doesn't have any that weigh this much, so then that wouldn't be his heaviest. He does have some here, so that would be his heaviest. And then this weight, this number of pounds would be Alma's heaviest. Okay, so we have 2 and 2/8, the heaviest for Alma, and then 2 and 1/8, the heaviest for Ben. Okay, so let's figure out how much heavier was Alma's than Ben's. Let's see how we do that.
No, you only need the weight of the heaviest water balloon Alma and Ben each filled. How can you find the weight of the heaviest water balloon Alma filled? The dot farthest to the right on each line plot represents the heaviest water balloon. So Alma's heaviest water balloon was 2 and 2/8 pounds. Ben's heaviest water balloon was 2 and 1/8 pounds. Subtract 2 and 2/8 minus 2 and 1/8 equals 1/8.
So you see what they did here? They took the two heaviest amounts and they tried to figure out what the difference between both of those were, to figure out how much more did Alma's heaviest weigh than Ben's heaviest. And you did that by subtracting. And when you subtract fractions, remember 2 minus 2 is 0, so you don't put anything there. Your denominators stay the same. Remember, when we add and subtract, our denominators stay the same when we add and subtract fractions. And then our numerator would change. 2 minus 1 is 1.
Why does 2 and 2/8 minus 2 and 1/8 equal 1/8? Because 2 minus 2 equals 0, and 2/8 minus 1/8 equals the quantity 2 minus 1 over 8 equals 1/8. So Alma's heaviest water balloon was 1/8 pound heavier than Ben's heaviest water balloon. Now you know how to use line plots to solve problems involving fractions.
All right. So, what you're going to do now is you're going to hop over to your quick check. I posted the quick check in Google Classroom, but here's what I don't have it on here. Here's what it looks like, and I am going to be walking you through this to help you out this time, so more people can get a better score. So, you're going to click out of this video. I'm going to end this, and then I'm going to post another video walking you through the quick check. If you don't want help, if you think you want to try this on your own without my help, go for it, okay? But if you want some help, if you want me to walk you through it, click on my next video. It's going to be titled Quick Check Help, okay? Stay tuned for that, and I'll see you guys later.